Video demonstration, I'm going to show you how to make a beautiful card using the JND462 Deer Scene Tag die set. Now this has been designed to coordinate with JND463, which is the tag favour box, which is a beautiful little box, and all of the inserts in here will actually fit in that little sort of favour box here. As you can see here, I've got a couple of Ferrero Rochers in here, and it's a great little gift for Christmas or any time of year realistically. But on this one, we're going to concentrate on the card, and we're going to make the card like this, which, as you can see, has the beautiful, it has the light across the bottom, which shines up through all these layers, so you see the deer against the tree. And has that beautiful warm winter wishes. And of course, you can cut this into 3 separate little mini cards, and it makes the most beautiful sort of tags as well. And there is a separate video showing you how to make a trifold tag with this in combination with the tag box. But we're going to get started on this one to start with. So I'm going to take you through the dies, and the die set has in here 12 dies. So you're getting these sort of 4 panels, so 3 decorative panels and 1 outside line for them. You're getting 2 different sorts of deer scenes at the bottom, which again can be added into these tags or can be used separately for little wraps and things. You've got these 2 little dies here which will actually emboss in beautiful little star patterns, or can be used as foiling dies. And then you've got the 3 dies here which actually give you the absolutely gorgeous sort of lettering, and they give you wishes, winter and warm. So designed to give you warm winter wishes. But again, you can use these on anything, and you can use them separately in things like warm wishes or things like that, winter wishes, anything that you want to. So designed to give you the right sort of detailing in there, and of course these will match with that ribbon thread with all the dies in the 2024 John Next Door collection. So we're going to get started, and the first thing I need to do is I've taken a piece of coconut white card and I've cut this to 5 by 7 inches, and we need to cut 3 panels into this. So you're going to place that panel, and you're going to give yourself approximately about a finger width at one side, and you will tape that down, run it through and cut that. Then cut the second side and then the middle to get it nice and even. So I've got a piece here that's actually been cut, so you can see how simply that is. So just going by eye across a line, we've cut 1, we cut 2, and then we cut the 3rd one in the center. And this is perfect to give us the template that we need to cut the next layer. So I've now cut a piece of craft card, or you could use tea coloured essential card, and I've cut this slightly smaller. So this is 7 by 5, but I've just taken 1/8 of an inch off it. So it's sort of 4 7/8 by 6 7/8, just so there's no card popping up through the other side. So what I do is take that, pop that onto the back, keep it a nice and even space, and turn it back over to the front. We then take the different decorative panels. You could repeat one, but there are 3, so it's easier. So I'm going to drop 1 in to the first one, and I'm just going to take a little bit of the low-tack craft artist tape to tape that into place. Because I'm using it through a die cut, I need to give it a good sort of burnish. Don't worry, the tape will not stick. I'm then going to take the second tree die here, and again pop that into place, and give that again a good burnish down. And the 3rd one, which is this lovely one with this little doe on its own, I think this is just so cute. This is a die, and again we pop that down and we give that a good burnish. And the reason we do that is we want to leave those in place and just lift our template off. That's moved slightly, so I can just make sure. You can check with your panel that it's right. And what I tend to do is take another piece of tape and give them a good secure taping down, and we then run that through our die cutting machine, and that will give us the perfect window, just like this. And when we pop our piece on the top, you can see everything fits in exactly right. Now what I've done is I've actually already attached a piece of acetate to this, so I've just spray glued the back and added some acetate. And I've added a layer of foam tape onto the front, supported on each individual section so that it doesn't dip. And that just adds a little bit of shadowing to it, and it really works on this card. So I'm just going to pop that onto there like that. Happy that's in the right place, and check, yes, I'm happy with that. So now I'm going to turn that over. And what I've done here is put foam tape all the way around 4 sides because I want to add a little bit of extra interest into here. So in here you can add some glitter, you can add some sparkle pieces, you can add whatever you think is right. I'm actually going to add some of the Craft Artist Crystal Ice. And it would just add that little bit of shimmer and that little bit of shine. You can add some solid glitter if you want to sort of have a little bit of rattle as well. But once I've done that, I'm going to then reveal the foam tape again on all 4 sides. And I've got a piece of vellum and I've embossed this with the snowy background embossing folder from John Next Door from 2023. And I'm just going to pop that in and seal it. So this is the point where we could finish. And you can see there we get that beautiful sparkle and shine through. We can add that to another panel of brown and we can add it to our card blank at that point. However, I did want to put some lights into this. So to do that, I've got myself a strip of battery powered lights. And what I found the best way to do this is to take some power tape. A lot of people will use hot glue when they're using lights. I'm not a big fan of hot glue. I tend to burn myself. So I tend to use foam tape or power tape. So I've put a little strip there. I'm going to put a little strip there as well to give myself a nice sticky sort of area. And then just using a pokey tool, we'll remove the connection, or the actual covering, should I say. And I'm going to place my light there, leaving the battery pack over to one side. And I'm just going to then run my lights, and I want them in a straight line across this bottom. So I'm not trying to put them everywhere. The idea is that you've almost look as if the dawn is rising on this card. So we're not trying to put them all around. It's just in this one simple place at the bottom. You can check to make sure that your lights are going nicely and evenly. So I'm just going on to make sure that I've got them in quite a few different places. I'm not trying to create little individual sparkle lights. I'm trying to make the whole thing light up. So we'll have another one perhaps there. And where I've got a twist here, I'm going to fold that flat. And you can see by using the power tape, that completely tapes those lights down. They're now secure. I turn that over, I can turn it on. I can see that the lights are shining. So if I need to, I can tuck any back further down so that they're not showing through the actual front. So we then simply need to attach this onto our piece of brown. So once again, I'm going to use foam tape, give a little bit of space for the lights so that they're not too sort of hot. So following the tape on the top, there we go. Do again all 4 sides. Make sure you've secured your battery pack popping out, because you want to be able to change the battery in this should you need to. And again, I'm going to reveal my tape, and you need to put a dark colour on the back of here so that the light is sort of reflected forward. If you want more light reflecting, you can use a piece of a mirror card or a satin card, but because I want this quite subtle, I'm just using another piece of the craft card cut again to 6 7/8 by 4 7/8. And we can see there, we've now sealed it, and we've got that dawn light. Hopefully you can see that showing up. Simply then a case of adding a little bit of wet glue onto here. And I'm adding it in quite a few places because I really want this to stick. I've then made a card blank, which is 6 by 8. And I've matted this with a little bit of gold and a little bit of white. And I can glue that on. But at that point, it's a little bit sparse. So if you remember on the original, we had an extra fold in there. So I'm just going to take that away and we're going to create that. So I've cut a piece here to 7 inches by 3.5 inches. The actual top measurement isn't that important. And then I'm going to take the little deers, and in the top right hand corner here, I'm just going to place those down and tape those. And we will run that through and die cut that. And you will get here a little piece like that, where your dies are cut in, but not cut out. So I want to put some score lines in. I'm going to turn my mat, because I'm using the Crafts 2 sort of flexi mat. Pop my rule into place. And then I'm just going to pop that in against that line. And I'm going to score 2 marks on here. So instead of going from 40 to 38, I'm then going to 36. Just like that. And then simply take my scissors and finish the line. Just like that, to release my piece. I would then make my 2 folds, which give me my little sort of tray for it to sit into. I've got one here that I've already actually put the glue onto. So here I've put power tape along this 2 sections at the top and 1 along the bottom. So I'm going to reveal the first piece of tape, bring in my card and match that fold line against the bottom, nice and simple. Just like that. Fold that round and then reveal the rest of the tape. Just like that. And that gives me that perfect, neat, sealed bottom. And I get those 2 little deer as well, sitting proud of the little doe at the back. So again, at this point is where, again, we would glue. Put plenty on because it's relatively heavy. Take our top fold card blank and place this into position just there. I'll then open the card, take my battery pack, and I just add a little strip of power tape onto the back of there. Again, reveal our tape, and I can place my battery pack then wherever I want to. I'm going to pop it about there. So you go there, then I can just wrap that wire around and put it flat. And there we have our beautiful Rising Dawn card. We're still lacking a little bit of sentiment, so I'm going to use the Warm Winter Wishes. So I've cut these out in gold and then cut the backer in white. And I'm just going to use a little bit of glue glaze. So we're going to start with warm, pop a little bit of glue glaze on each side, and I'm going to go warm, winter, and wishes, which just finishes this off and brings that little bit of gold that we've got in the back right to the front. We take our wishes and we'll simply pop that on the same, and there we go. Warm Winter Wishes in a beautiful dawn card. And here is our original. For more ideas, hints, tips and inspiration, why not visit the Crafting with John Next Door and Crafts 2 group on Facebook. Enjoy.